Aloha everyone, it's Charles Uehara in Honolulu, and I recently came across a problem that I'm sure a lot of you know the solution to, but I searched Chief Talk for a answer and couldn't find it, so I figured it out myself. And for other people that might come across this video is for you. I have an as-built that I'm doing and it's got a 5 pane, I'll call them 5 light window that's factory built. It's not two or three separate units that are mulled together. It comes from the factory with 5 lights in them. So Chief Architect doesn't make a 5 light or 5 pane window, and they don't have the options in the window dialog to do that. So we have to stack them together. But when I tried stacking them and mulling them, I had a few issues, so this video goes over how I cleared them. Okay, let's go into Chief and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the final unit, and the way I got here was first you want to set your window defaults to have a minimum separation of 0, and I'll go over this in a bit, but that's set at 0, and I'm going to plop some windows in. Okay, 1, 2. Easiest way to do this is Chief gives you the option of giving a single, double, or triple awning window. So I'm going to take a triple awning. All the lights are operable, and stack that underneath a double awning. So we're going to get a double awning here. Both lights are operable. Now we've got to get the finished height. I'm looking for a 6-foot finished window. Once you mold these together, there's no option for you to change the sizes. So you've got to predetermine what your sizes are when you have these windows unstacked, or unmolded, I should say. So the simplest solution I have, and I just figured, okay, I've got 5 lights, I've got 6 feet, so 6 feet divided by 5 is about 1 foot 2 3/8 inches each. So let's start with the first one. Okay, I've got 3 lights in there, so 3 times 2 3/8 equals 3 foot 7 and 3/16. So I'm just going to change the height here to 3 foot 7 and 5/16. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 foot 7 and 3/16. That's what it comes out to. Click OK. And the second one, I have 2 lights. So 2 times 2 3/8 comes to 2 foot 4 3/4 inches. 2 foot 4 3/4 inches. I know a lot of you like to work in inches only. I'm just more comfortable in feet and inches. And there we go. As you can see, our lights are the same size for the most part. And now we can stack them. Oh, computer just gave me a little bit of a glitch there. Okay, let's stack these above each other. I'm going to go ahead and center that using the center object tool. And then, just for giggles, I want to change back that window default minimum separation to 6. And I'm going to show you what happens when you try to mull a window together. You push it until it bumps. It has to bump. If you overlap it, it won't mull. So it's now bumped together. I select both windows, shift click on both of them, and hit the group tool, which turns into make a mold unit. And now it's a mold unit, but look over here, we've got this separation that we want to get rid of. And that's what the minimum separation does. So let's ungroup that or unmull it again and go back into our window defaults, and we want to change that minimum separation to 0. Now I can push these closer together, shift select both, regroup them. Now that's a lot smaller, but you still have some issues to touch up on. Okay, let's get rid of this box. Now I'm going to ungroup it or unmull it and work on the top window. Okay, how this window is set up, I'm going to unmull this one. Let's go to the sill. I'm sorry. Let's go to the sash. The bottom sash, the default, I believe, was 2.5. Let's just type in the D and double check. Yes, 2.5. We want it to be 1.5 inches. Okay, and also the frame, the bottom width is 0. The default is larger. So I'm going to go over to our new window in the sash, 1.5 inches. See what happens there right down here. Let's just do that again. Let's go to the default, and we're going to change that sash to 1.5 inches and see over here how it changes. Okay, now the frame, the bottom of the frame down here, let's get even closer, make it 0. Click OK. Now the top light, the bottom window is kind of the opposite. The sash doesn't change because the top width is already 1.5, but the frame changes. We want the top width to be 0. So go ahead to the frame. We want our top width to be 0. And if you look over here, what happens? It goes away. Okay. Now go ahead and shift select both objects, mull them together, and voila. Okay, just to do a check, I'm going to basically draw a line across here, and as you can see, this should be 1.5 inches approximately, and it is 1.5 and 1.5. Now our mulled section still has this very slight gap. I don't know how to get rid of that, but at least in your normal elevation, you won't see that. You'll see a line, and what you can do is go back in your elevations and draw that in on the other ones. But let's just double check here. It should be about 1.5. It is. Same with the bottom one. 1.5. Okay, now you've got your mulled window unit. Something that you might want to note is for the window I just showed you, on the inside it has no casing. On the outside it has this little casing on it. Well, unfortunately, when you make a mulled window, you can't adjust the interior and exterior casing separately. It's one casing. They're either both on or both off. So I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're thinking, well, let's just go ahead and turn off the individual casings and then mold them together, but that doesn't work. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. So if you unmold the windows like I just did, go into the individual window settings and just use the exterior casing. Let's get rid of the interior casing. Here we go. See, I'm turning that off. Click OK. Let's go to the bottom one, and let's make the interior casing go away. Okay, now we mold them together and you'd think that it would come out correctly. Nope, casing comes back. Open the window dialog again, and they're both there. It's either all or nothing. If Chief ever watches this video, that would be a nice feature to have in future versions. Otherwise, I guess as they say, it is what it is. Anyway, I hope this helps everyone. If other Chief users have better suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Go ahead and put them in the comment box. But I hope this helps somebody in the future that went through the frustrations that I did. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching.